So, free leads from AI, is that really a thing? Can we really use ChatGPT to, find actual customers without spending a dime?
Well, it's not exactly push-button easy, but yeah, there's definitely potential there. We're diving into this method from Alex Berman. Remember him?
Yeah, wasn't he the lead generation whiz? $1 million business and all that?
That's the one. He's got books, even works with ink, 5,000 companies. The guy knows his stuff.
All right, so we're not just taking his word for it, right? We're actually breaking down how this whole thing is supposed to work.
You got it? With a step-by-step. See what he's really doing, and more importantly, how it could work for you.
Music to my ears. Hit me with it. What's the magic formula?
It's surprisingly hands-on at first. Berman starts with plain old Google searches. He even mentions the yellow pages. Like, who uses those anymore?
Seriously, the yellow pages. Is that even still a thing?
Apparently. But that's Berman's point. Gotta look where others aren't. He actually grabs emails by hand, puts them in a Google Doc. Tedious, but important.
So where does ChatGPT come in? That's where the AI magic happens, right?
Exactly. This is where it gets cool. He doesn't just dump the data on ChatGPT. He gives it super specific instructions, like a recipe. Tells it to make a CSV file, columns for location, name, email address, the works. Even tells it to remove duplicates.
So it's like we're not just throwing ingredients in a bowl, we're giving ChatGPT the recipe for a perfectly organized lead list.
Exactly. That's the key. That structured prompt makes all the difference. Without it, you'd have a jumbled mess, impossible to use.
Okay, I can see how that would be helpful, but how do we know what to tell ChatGPT to do?
The best part, Berman shares his exact prompt in the video. It's like a cheat sheet you can adapt for your own needs.
That is helpful. So it's not about the AI taking over, it's about using it strategically, right?
You got it. You're the boss. You're telling ChatGPT exactly how to find and organize the data you need.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better. So let's say ChatGPT has worked its magic. We've got this beautiful CSV file. Now what? What do we do with all that data?
Now comes the really important part. Berman's big on this. AI isn't perfect. He even shows how ChatGPT can grab the wrong LinkedIn profile, stuff like that.
So even with all this fancy AI, we still need to double check everything ourselves.
Absolutely. The human touch is still essential. Think of it like this fantasy. ChatGPT gives you the ingredients, but you're the chef who turns them into a delicious meal.
Okay, I get it. No shortcuts. So we've got our list. It's all cleaned up. Big question. How do we turn these names into actual customers?
Now, that's where things get really interesting, and this is where all that effort pays off. Berman mentions a bunch of tools. Instantly, Smart Lead, even Close.com. They can help you use this data to reach out to those leads.
Oh, so we're talking about sending out personalized messages, maybe on LinkedIn or through email campaigns.
Exactly. But, and this is important, just having the list isn't enough. It's like having a brand new oven, but not knowing how to bake.
Okay, point taken. We need a plan. So how do we reach out to these leads effectively?
Well, luckily, Berman gives us a framework for crafting those messages. And it all starts with understanding your target audience.
Yeah.
But maybe we take a quick break here, then we can really dig into his outreach strategy. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. Back in a flash. Okay, so we've got our shiny new list of leads, thanks to ChatGPT and some good old-fashioned effort.
Right, but now the real work begins.
Now we got to actually talk to these people.
Yeah, and Berman's got a whole framework for cold outreach.
Right.
But the big thing is, it's not about us. It's about them.
Make them feel special, right?
Personalization is key.
Nobody wants to feel like they're getting a mass email.
Exactly. You got to show you've done your homework.
So, instead of blasting every realtor with, hey, we can help you sell more houses.
Right, you dig a little deeper.
Look at their website, their recent deals.
See what makes them stand out.
Okay, I'm seeing where this is going. So if I see a realtor who's all about, say, those fancy eco-friendly homes,
There you go.
I tailor my message to that.
We noticed your commitment to sustainable living. Boom. Suddenly, you're not just another agency, you're speaking their language.
Okay, I like it. But what about the actual message itself? Any tips on grabbing their attention without sounding too salesy?
Keep it short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
No one's reading a novel in their inbox. You got like 5 seconds to hook them before they hit delete.
5 seconds. That's brutal.
It's all about value. Lead with what they need, not what you're selling.
Give them something useful up front.
Exactly, like a free guide, a case study, something relevant to their industry.
Okay, so say I'm targeting bakeries with my awesome oven cleaning service.
Let's hear it.
I could offer a free checklist, top 10 oven cleaning mistakes that are costing you money, something like that.
How you're thinking.
Hit them with that pain point.
Offer something valuable for free. Position yourself as the expert. Way more effective than a generic sales pitch.
Love it. Okay, we've got their attention. We've offered value. What's next?
Don't forget the call to action.
That call to action, right?
What do you want them to do after they read your message? Schedule a call, download that guide, visit your website, make it crystal clear.
Give them that little nudge in the right direction.
Exactly. Now, remember, outreach takes practice. What works for one person might not work for another.
Gotta find that sweet spot.
Experiment, see what resonates best with your audience.
Okay, so there's no magic bullet, but this framework seems like a solid starting point.
Absolutely.
But before we go any further, something has been bugging me. We've talked about Google, even the yellow pages.
Old school.
But those aren't the only places to find leads, right?
You're way ahead of me.
There's got to be more.
Berman uses those as examples, but the key is to think outside the box. Where does your ideal customer hang out online?
Right, like if you're a local bakery.
Yeah.
You're not going to find many leads on a real estate website.
Exactly.
Maybe it's Facebook groups for your neighborhood, online farmers market listings, even connecting with wedding planners.
Yeah. Now you're getting it.
It's about tailoring the search to your specific audience.
Think about where your people are already gathering.
This is really making me rethink my whole approach. It's less about the platforms themselves
Right.
and more about the strategy behind them.
That's the big takeaway here. Berman's method is a blueprint, not a set of rules.
Adapt it, make it your own.
You got it. Adapt it to your specific needs and target market.
Okay, so we've got our lead finding strategy down. We've crafted the perfect outreach message. Anything else we should keep in mind? So much good stuff here. From unearthing leads in unexpected spots to crafting that killer outreach message. But before we wrap up, anything else we should be thinking about? Any parting words of wisdom?
You know, it's easy to get lost in the weeds with lead generation. All the tools and tactics, the automation.
Right, it can feel very tech-heavy.
But people forget the human element.
Which is?
Building actual relationships. It's easy to get caught up in the numbers game. Especially with AI, you can reach out to tons of people. But at the end of the day, people buy from people they know, people they like, people they trust.
So it's not just about blasting our message everywhere.
Exactly. Quality over quantity. Connect with the right people, even if it's a smaller group. The ones who actually care about what you have to offer. The ones who will benefit from it.
Well, that makes sense. Building a sustainable business, right?
Exactly. Think about it. Would you rather have 1,000 people on your email list who never open your emails?
Probably not.
Or 100 people who were genuinely engaged, who open every email, click on your links, who are happy to hear from you?
Yeah, I know which one I'd choose.
And that all comes down to building those relationships, providing value, showing that you get them, that you're not just in it for a quick buck.
So how do we do that? How do we make our outreach feel personal, not like another robot message?
Personalization.
We talked about
That's
that.
more than just using their name. It's about really understanding their struggles, their goals, what they want to achieve.
Like we said about the realtor who focuses on eco-friendly homes.
Exactly.
We wouldn't send them a generic message about selling houses. We'd create something tailored to them.
Show them you understand their values, their clients.
Right, it's about that connection.
And remember, it's not just about that first email.
It's about the long game.
Nurturing those relationships over time. Keep providing value. Show them you're invested in their success.
Just like any relationship, right? It takes effort, it takes consistency.
And genuine care.
Well said. This has been eye-opening. I feel like I have a whole new outlook on lead generation. It's not just about collecting email addresses, it's about building a community.
Finding your tribe.
Connecting with the right people.
Yeah.
Creating something truly valuable.
That's what it's all about. Lead generation is just the beginning. The real magic happens when those leads become loyal customers.
Becoming raving fans.
Exactly. So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the world of free leads with AI. From the nitty-gritty to the big picture.
And remember, don't be afraid to experiment. Try new things, find what works for you.
And most importantly, have fun along the way.
Couldn't agree more. Until next time, happy lead generating, everyone.